And I'm back with more Ace Attorney, Justice for All. We've made it to the trial of Maximilian Galactica. Let's see what happens. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry. There won't be a stage. All you have to do is just sit down. I guess. Nick is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. You don't think I should fly, do you? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. Can't have you flying around in the courtroom. That just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and you'll be fine. Oh, go, sweetie. What is it this time? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Really, nobody needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously? Nah. I'm trying to clear my throat, sorry. Right. And now the case of one... Your Honor. Get on with it. Sorry, I just realized the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So, wasn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, he does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild's a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind me if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that's to her advantage. Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking that you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count. Do you hear me? She must still be upset about Hat last time. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. As being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I will show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Yeah! It will be my ultimate revenge. It's not like it'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now, let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well, you may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Get up here now! Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny as you can earn, detective. Don't mention it. There's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. All right, detective, you may proceed with your testimony. Night of the crime. Snow was falling until 9:40, making it extremely cold out. All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. Practice section broke up at 10 p.m. Murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. Cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report of the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. A blunt object. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, so I need to press 1 and 5 and 6. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? And it wasn't such a big deal. About 1.5 inches off the ground. Snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. Snow. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. What are the members of the circus doing the night of the crime? After the practice was over, did anyone else where did everyone head to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo was back in his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own little world. A ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? Seems they were negotiating salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. No. This is 5th. Okay, whoops. Wooden box. That's right. The victim must have been carrying a wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? That was a rather strange wooden box, sir. What do you mean? Well, looked much heavier than it looked. Not to mention, it was locked. Locked? Ew, 20 pounds? Damn. This may be our only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. There we go. Do you mind telling me what's in the box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it to the back of the station and cracked it open. All we found inside was this little bottle. What is that, detective? Exactly what it looks like. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside it? And it's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world is it locked in a big box? There's only one little bottle in that huge box? I wonder if it has some sort of special meaning. Ugh. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, right? Yeah, you done your homework, pal. You haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching as we speak. My theory is it's got something to do with the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. Nah, I bet he made it disappear with magic. Well, I think we have a good idea for the details now. Guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe. You know what we're gonna get out of him is this little bottle of pepper? Now that we've wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously. Which has to do to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up's got such a mean sound coming to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about that ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilo will show up. Oh, God. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name's Triloquist. I'm employed in an operatic theater. Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was Mr. Benjamin Woodman Ventriloquist. That rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine. I'll grace you with a song. The world of law, exciting and daring, guilt of innocence, decided by a judge, dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? Had a good rhythm. It's the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, I think. Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose! You think you'd have the sense to fix it? It's so ugly I want to punch it off your face! The off-hand swelling would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star? Celebrities must enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? I demand to know who this witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about... Ow! You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. Once practice was over, I left the tent with a stooge. I mean clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene? You're sure of that? Without a doubt, lady. He had that silk hat, cloak, and that dumb white rose on his chest. How could you mistake someone with that crazy getup with his head and his nose stuck up so high in the air? He's probably up his own ass, too. That's enough. I think we get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown? That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, doesn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory. But the clown can't be the culprit. Why is that? Here's absolute proof. A silk hat. This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing the signature hat during the practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason this hat would be on the scene. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. And she takes a bow. Goddamn, she looks so goddamn fabulous. It's not fair. Phoenix just can't compete. It's the shoulder things. I swear, it's the fucking shoulder things. Thank you for stating the obvious, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you have to say? Okay, guess she's the boss again. You saw Max and only Max, right? That's right. And that's what makes him the killer. There's only one person headed that way. That makes quite a bit of sense and makes him one suspicious character. There's more to this story. That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's so strange about that? She only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose the witness could have seen? The victim? That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance of the plaza, he should have also seen the ringmaster as well. Ah! Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be with the ringmaster, why would he, just as the witness stated, be at the scene of the crime? I see. It seems at this stage we have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. There are clearly no conclusive contradictions. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Let's move on with the testimony. Trilo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive, would he? Well, Max is a part of that bitter love triangle, which is probably why Max conked him on the head. Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over? Yeah, I don't know anymore. The clown? You talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart! He's so pathetic, I can't stand him! Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice is over, he's 9/10 of the way for keeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben and I took him back to his room. When it comes to first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. And then what happened? Why the plaza entrance? To do some thinking! It was awfully cold out that night, especially with the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix, Wright? I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thinker. Or thunker. No. Okay, I think the guide's a little bit wrong. I'm pressing all these options. Are you really sure it was Max? Of course I'm sure! How can I mistake someone wearing that snobby-ass getup? Snobby getup? Get the wax out of your ears! Lawyers these days. Talking like a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you! Think you should put a little more effort. Well, I would if this guide was right. He usually is on. You only saw Max and only Max that way. Jeez, you persistent. Call all you want, my answer won't change. The only person I saw that night was Maximilian Galactica. I heard what he said. What am I missing here? Fourth statement, then fifth statement. I did that. Oh. 1, 2. Oh, they went back to... oh, that's why. God damn it. Oh, they went back to 1. That's why I got screwed up. Okay, the guide wasn't at fault. The game threw me for a loop. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose it was been around... Alright, what time was it? I think it was 10:30? Practice into the 10s. You hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside. Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you just believe we'd stand outside in the weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone. Huh? What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix, Wright? We could do without all your offhanded theories. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright, who do you suppose the witness was waiting for? Well, if he's waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And the one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer Regina. Huh? You were waiting outside for her to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? You can't really ask me that question. Who cares if I was waiting that night? What's important is what I saw! Don't you forget it! Well. Puppet might be a little stiff, but he's right. Alright. There's obviously a reason why the witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina. Moreover, even if somebody else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on his way to the eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept there's a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the owl. There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright, I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Don't volunteer things. Mr. Quest, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You were waiting to... What's the matter? You think humans have a monopoly on marriage? The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge! I mean, look at your horrible outfit! More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we must waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Don't be so surprised I was gonna propose. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for a chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. No, you don't. You're going to propose? You. A puppet. Now, don't be so obtuse. Just 'cause I'm a puppet don't mean I can't love. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. Exactly. His honor's looking a little less honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What was with that sigh? Don't tell me he was interested. I mean, I like Regina too, but I'm 36, going on 37. I wouldn't propose to her if I had a chance at all. No fucking way. Because I'm not stupid. Let's see. What was it you exactly planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was going to give to her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match her beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It was an engagement ring. Engagement ring? Those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here and now. Franziska's whip looks even worse and it's about to lash out at anything right now. One thing from that'll shut him up too bad. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. First time ever a puppet's oh, fuck! I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to the facts, not sociology. Sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a silk bathrobe. Okay, so next is... Okay, 1, 2, 3... Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Looks like they're going a double team on me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah, that's mine! Give it back, you thief! Didn't you just testify about this? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, but I still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right now? Ah! What's going on here? Say something, you dummy! Don't put me on the spot. I found this in Money's room. Money? You mean like a bank vault? Ah, that filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quist, I would prefer you to avoid slandering innocent idiots. Yeah, that's what it says. I thought that was a car. Money's really a monkey. Ah, well then. Money likes to go after shiniest things he can find. Shiny things? Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you? I suppose it was that time, you know? The night of the crime? What did you just say? Details, I need more details. Whoa, it was stolen right after Max showed up. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? I guess so. That ring could have been taken around then. Stop making noises. What am I, a chicken? What's with you? Whatever. It's got nothing to do with anything. Especially not who committed murder. That's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not me, Mr. Triloquist. What did you do with that ring was taken? You know exactly what I did. I chased after the ring snatcher and monkey. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's this so slowly loafy fool's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That's indeed an incredible shame. Well, this doesn't prove one point. Prove an important point? What could that be? There's a huge contradiction in this whole testimony. The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he did not move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated he chased after the monkey. When the witness was off chasing the monkey, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying there's no possible way that this witness saw the place or saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads to my next point. It's entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was on the scene. Well, then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, this does not change the fact that the defendants did arrive. The witness is lying. He was blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument holds water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. Now, how dare you! I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him! No doubt that I saw that liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out what happened. As I told you many times, my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, stick boy. There's one lie, there's usually more. That's why I gotta keep after him. Yeah. Okay, fourth statement, option 3, Russellberry. Cool. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. I don't change the fact that I saw Max that night. He showed up right after I'd been waiting for 5 minutes. And I said good evening, and didn't even acknowledge me. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Max on the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing that ridiculous three-piece suit. So that means that money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw him. Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long until you came into the back were you waiting? Well, let's see. About, I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived at the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Fourth statement. 1, 2, 3. So you testified that you saw good evening to Max? You must enjoy asking obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning, and good afternoon during the day. It's obvious I'd say good night to someone. Well, Ben, you got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it? You say good evening. I'm sorry, Trilo. Mr. Quest, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside the courtroom. Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gonna be something wrong with this little bit of testimony. I must have missed something. Let's go back to, let's go back here. Okay. I must have missed something. Fourth statement. 2, 3, 4. Alright. Trilo, is it true that you had a fight with Max the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina. Exactly. It wasn't that big a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at most. Disagreements usually don't end with somebody getting clonked over the head with a bottle. Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ah! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. truth is, on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become chummy in the evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There's no way that puppet would have said good evening to a rival. Are you saying the witness is lying? Is that he was trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't see a tingle. I didn't see a tingle lie. I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, That's enough from you, Mr. Wright. Let's clarify this testimony. Could you explain your theory about the witness that actually saw that night? It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one, as you would say. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he'd only truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. This is why Trilo made an effort to greet whomever it was. Or good evening, as he put it. Nah, what in the world? Would the defense kindly explain what it was that Trilo saw? Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person who could have seen. No. It was Russell Berry. Why did they go into that little aside there? This is the victim himself, was it not? That was almost a false alarm, keeping that fucking bar on the screen, and I made a mistake. You're indeed correct, it was Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster. That's why you greeted him, isn't that correct? Answer the question. How does he put himself back together when he does that? Order! How do you respond to this? Wait a second. First I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look, it was actually Max. Well, this went nowhere. I think it's high time we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area. The problem is identifying exactly who that person is. Was it Maximilian, or was it the ringmaster? The prosecution argues it was the defendant the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. Alright, it's getting old. Come on, man. Here we go again. Everyone now. Ah! Yes, we know. It's a silk hat, cloak, and a white rose. Silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could have worn them. They even look good on me. Oh, what was that? Well, the witnesses endlessly repeated that he saw Max's symbols. Do we really know it was Maximilian that wore them? Could have been someone else dressed as him. Possibly even Russell. Miss Von Karma, you have any clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? No, If that is the case, then it was impossible for them to make a judgment. I think I've gotten the point in this one. That is very unfortunate. You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from the witness. You established that the witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you, but who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Your Honor, the prosecution will prove and provide without a shadow of a doubt an answer to the question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one except Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. Oh, thank God. Oh, I can take a break from Trilo. Thank fucking God. Ugh. Damn, that was kind of long. Son of a bitch. But we're not done with the trial yet. Oh no, we've still got Mo. Ugh. Anyway, that'll do for today. And I shall see everybody next time. Yeah.